Shalom. Now I want to tell a part about Solomon. Solomon is the king that God chose to replace David, his father, to become the king of Israel. Solomon was the third king of Israel after Saul and David. Solomon was anointed to be king in place of his father David on the eve of David's death. But the Bible does not record Solomon's background before he ascended to the throne as king of Israel. Solomon was the son of David by one of his wives, Bathsheba. Solomon was just one of the many sons David he had with many wives. Solomon was also not the firstborn of David, who in later Israelite traditions and in other royal traditions, the son was most entitled to succeed his father's throne. But God himself chose Solomon to replace his father as king of Israel. We don't know why God chose Solomon to replace David as king of Israel. Not David's other sons, not even his firstborn. What is clear is that God knows that Solomon met certain criteria to become King Israel, his chosen people. Solomon was the wisest man on earth. Solomon was known primarily for his wisdom. When God gave Solomon the opportunity to ask him for anything, Solomon asked him for wisdom. Solomon felt that he had no experience as the king of Israel, so he needed wisdom in order to rule God's people wisely and fairly. This is considered good by God. God granted Solomon's request and gave him wisdom. Solomon's wisdom surpasses the wisdom of everyone on earth. And Solomon's wisdom was so well known to the Gentiles that they come to hear it. Also the queen of the land of Sheba of Arabia came from her country to visit Solomon to see his wisdom. One example of Solomon's wisdom is when two harlots who were fighting over a child came to ask him for justice. In a wise way, Solomon could decide the matter fairly and peacefully. That's partly about Solomon. Thank you.